So I am at a Diecast Collectibles store in Crete, Illinois, just about 35 miles away from downtown Chicago. Fellow collectors, check out this store. Let me back up here to try and get the entire area in frame. And if you can believe it, this is only one of the rooms. So I'm going to be trying to show you as much as I possibly can. My name is Contour Toy Cars. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I discuss die-cast cars from an art history perspective. So sit back, relax, grab a beverage, and let's take in this massive store. Once again, this is in Crete, Illinois, just about 35 miles south of downtown Chicago. And we'll start over at this wall here. Going to be a little bit of your higher ticket items. They are all in protectors. Great to see. And one of the absolute great benefits of this collectibles store is they do buy, sell, and trade. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I love trading. In modern society, how many other places can you really trade? Not very much. So just an awesome component of this hobby. And if you have that piece that you're maybe wanting to get rid of, you've acquired it somehow, hey, bring it on out. They might be willing to trade. Give you some trade value for all of these cars. You are definitely going to miss some. There are just way too many. And as you can see, even just on this wall, we're about 4 deep. So just incredible here. I'll give you one more pan of the entire room here. Wall to wall, bins filled to the brim. If this isn't die-cast paradise, I don't know what is. So again, I'm going to try and show you as much as I possibly can. We'll head back over here to this wall. Higher ticket items all in your protectors. And as you're kind of seeing, it is mostly Hot Wheels. While many modern day collectors are starting to move a little bit more towards your premium brands, your Mini GT, your Tarmac Works, your Inno 64, it is safe to say that Hot Wheels definitely still is king. Mattel came out with these cars back in 1968. The way they engineered these cars were revolutionary, basically. They made low friction wheels and they put them on their first Sweet 16 models, wearing that beautiful shiny Spectraflame paint. And it really just flipped the entire toy car industry on its head. Their competitors at the time were brands such as Matchbox, Dinky, Corgi. And while those brands focused on a lot of realism, the wheels were slow, right? It didn't have that playability. It did have that collectability, especially Matchbox with their 1 through 75 range. But Hot Wheels came onto the scene, and just that immediate playability. You can roll the car and across your entire floor in your basement, across your entire desk. There was just nothing else like it at the time. And as you can imagine, it was an international success. Give you a close-up of this Hot Wheels Classics. This is a series that ran from 2005 to 2009. All of the castings are going to be metal on metal, meaning a metal body on a metal base. And they're also going to wear that gorgeous Spectraflame paint that I just mentioned, that were on the Sweet 16, the first ever Hot Wheels cars that hit the die-cast market. So we will turn the corner here, give you a full pan of this back wall. Just a plethora of different models, primarily Hot Wheels, but some other brands mixed in as well. We're going to get into some premiums. We're going to get into early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. So many different series. That is what Hot Wheels is known for. They are so prolific with the amount of castings, designs, and series that they release into the world. Got this really nice Real Riders set. I like that one. Real Riders initially came out in the 80s. Rubber tires, you will see those on more modern castings, such as your Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunts, your Hot Wheels RLC or Red Line Club, and some other series sprinkled in there as well. Here we have this revamp of Speed Machines. Original Speed Machines was around, I want to say 2010. And they did a revamp in 2023. Wow, it was already that long. Or 2023 or 2024. I believe it was 2023. And that one does have a chase as well. So you can see on the bottom here, 3 of 5 right in the center of your screen. And if it's a chase, which in this series was the Porsche, it would read 0 of 5 and be a black Porsche. And I'm recording this in January, oh, excuse me, it's actually February 1st, 2025. And currently on the pegs over the last couple of months has been the Roxy Chase from the premium line of Hot Wheels. The Roxy Chase is the first ever pink premium chase. So all the premium chases up until then have been black in color. But that Roxy, let me tell you, it's been fetching a pretty penny on the secondary market. At one point, it was going for over $300. I believe that's come down a little bit. Nice little Dory car. Can't say these are very popular amongst collectors, but you gotta appreciate and respect the creativity that the designers inject into these models. You kind of get into the heads of the designers. You think about their imagination. What are they thinking about in terms of how to turn a fish into a car with 4 wheels? Really just makes you think about all the different possibilities and palettes and options that a designer is going to have. And that is what Hot Wheels is so known for. They are creative. They are original. They release fantasy castings, custom castings. If you want realism, Hot Wheels does do realism, but that's not their priority. They came out of the West Coast custom car culture scene back in 1968, and those first aforementioned Sweet 16 models, probably half of them, more than half of them, were custom cars, a custom Camaro, a custom Corvette. So I often see a lot of comments of collectors saying, oh, they wish there was more realism on their Hot Wheels cars. More realism, less fantasy, more realism. Well, that's not the brand identity of Hot Wheels. Again, we can go all the way back to the very beginning. Hot Wheels positioned themselves in the die-cast market to be a brand that has fun, right? There's the playability to it. There's the creativeness to it. So we have some premiums here. Pretty recent set there, the Japan Historics 4. Interesting choice to do the Japanese lettering on the bottom there, so that's really cool. And we got this side of the wall here, just a good spread, a little bit of everything. And just due to the sheer volume of this store, I mean, you can just tell how eclectic it is, how much there is to see. So many different brands. Look at this vantage point. How insane. And again, this is only the large room of the, I want to say 3 different rooms they have that have die cast. So we'll try and get into the second room, which is just through those doors in the center of your screen. And if we have time, we'll go down to, it's downstairs, I'm on the second level. We'll go downstairs to the entrance where they have another small quotes, still a pretty large collection. Nothing in comparison to this room up here, but still really impressive. So we kind of have your American brands here, your Greenlights, your Jada. Might be some M2 machines mixed in there, some Johnny Lightning, some Racing Champions. A lot of your round 2 brands, if you will. Check out this gorgeous 51 Mercury. Get it to focus, there you go. Beautiful wheels on there. Incredible deco with those flames, kind of, you know, quite Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels uses a lot of flames. I'll back up here, give you a full view of the Johnny Lightning section. Check this out. Johnny Lightning was a direct competitor of Hot Wheels. And they come out with a lot of American cars. So your kind of older American 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. That is true to their brand, if you will. And if you find a chase from Johnny Lightning, that is referred to as a White Lightning. Versus your Hot Wheels chase is going to be your Super Treasure Hunt in the mainline series. Your premium Car Culture chase in the Car Culture set. And they have everything. They even have chases in the anniversary series. Those come out once a year. They usually swap out the colorway, the color scheme, and they'll typically stick in one chase per case. I believe it's 24 cars per case in those anniversary series. So again, just some miscellaneous brands here. Quite a bit of Hot Wheels. We have a muscle machines down here. That's really cool to see. And again, we're about like 4 or 5 cars deep, so it's just impossible to see everything at once. Such an insane store to be in. And as you all know, I'm very fascinated with the overall history of Diecast, and just to be in the flesh, be in this store, you are just witnessing and being exposed to so much Diecast history. So we'll keep moving on here. And we have some more premiums here. Some other small sub-series. And we have a small Matchbox selection. And I will turn the corner here and we will take a look at the $1 section. So all these bins are going to be just $1. And while we're over here, again, give you a full pan of the room. It just doesn't get old. Check this out. Okay, so let's do some window shopping down here in the $1 section. Kind of just show you a little bit of what each bin has. Going to be pretty miscellaneous. Some of these castings have been released just within the last few years. Some of them go back as far as the 90s. As you can see there, classic 90s deco. That bright pink, bright blue. That just screams that 90s graphic design era.
I think the RWB, the black one, and that one was like $60.
Got your boom car there. It's a fun little casting. Got some Morris Minis up on top of this bin. Miscellaneous ones there. And check out all these 5-packs down here as well. An insane assortment. I've actually been on the hunt for a couple different castings that are in older Hot Wheels 5-packs. One of my top 5 favorite Hot Wheels is called Moto Blade. It's a design by Mark Jones, and there's a specific multi-pack exclusive that I've been looking everywhere for. Unsuccessful at the moment on being able to track it down, but hey, that's part of the thrill of the hunt, right? You just never know what you're gonna find. And once I started shopping this store, it just reminds me, and this has almost become sort of a philosophy within my diecast journey, within my diecast collecting, but it's almost good to kind of say, let the cars find you. I've often found that if I am just hung up on 1 or 2 or 3 very specific castings and have the mission and the intent to find those, generally speaking, I'm not going to find it. And of course, it's when I give up on trying to find it that I then find it, or else just something that is totally unexpected catches my eye, and that is the one that I come home with. So something I like to say to other fellow collectors is try to let the cars find you, right? Come in, you know what you like, you know the general, designs and eras. Maybe you like muscle, maybe you like JDM, maybe you like really quirky, oddball stuff like myself. And speaking of, let me show you a couple of the finds I have already. So this one I was really interested in. This is a tin toy car. So this was popular in Japan, I want to say like in the 50s and 60s. And I think even earlier decades as well used this material, used tin. But obviously, in the modern era of die-cast collecting, we're all very used to Zamac. Zinc, aluminum, magnesium, and copper, I believe are the metals. So it's just so cool to see this part of history where a toy car is made using tin. Too cool. And I also found this really cool concept car. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff, just oddball, futuristic concept cars, weird, quirky, interesting designs, unique designs. And here we have this Razor Dodge. And if I'm reading this correctly, I think it's even saying it was inspired by like those little Razor scooters that you ride on the sidewalk. So really cool pieces, definitely gonna be picking those up. And I also picked up a couple in that room, which we'll get to momentarily. That is their online room where they do online sales. They do keep it open to the public to be able to shop in there as well, which is great. Obviously you don't have to pay for the shipping, you don't have to worry about any of that waiting for it to get to your door. If you're already here in the flesh, they'll let you come in and shop their online inventory. So we'll go through these last couple shelving units. Again, just a plethora of different pieces, different castings. But just a lot of really quirky stuff. I was checking this one out here. Lil Brute's Buddy. See, that's the thing, is you never know what you're gonna find in here. Let me try and get this to focus. It truly is a treasure hunt. Us Hot Wheels collectors are very used to looking for regular treasure hunts, super treasure hunts. But when you're in a secondary market store like this with all these vintage, modern collectibles, it really is just a exciting treasure hunt. You just never know what you're gonna find, what treasures are hiding, what treasures are sitting right there in front of you. It's just so impressive. So let's go through this last little section here, and then we'll go check out the other room. Again, just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff here. Got a bit of a larger scale bone shaker. I do have the drift rod. Let me get that to focus real quick. Drift rod right here. Been looking for a second one of those actually. Got that one back in, I want to say late 2019 when I first got started with my adult collection. We even have some loose cars down here. You can have an absolute field day searching through those bins. And again, just let me do a quick pan here of this entire shelf here. You just never know what you are going to find. Some Transformers, more Johnny Lightning, Winner's Circle. Check that out, Hot Tuners. That's pretty cool by Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels Racing Hauler Pack, very cool. And it's just, there's bins everywhere, guys. I mean, it's just so impressive how they've maintained this inventory. They constantly have stuff coming in, stuff coming out. Every single time you come to this store, you're going to find something different. That is the beauty of a store as massive as this is. You can come, I think I overheard the owner saying, up to 3 or 4 times a week, and you're still going to be finding new things every single time you come. So we are now in the sort of back room, but still open for us collectors to shop around. Got a whole selection of Matchbox over here. And again, just shelves on shelves on shelves of incredible die-cast cars. Turn the corner here. Some more unique stuff over here. Hot Wheels Crashers, that's pretty cool. Got these ones, really bright and vibrant colors. Top speed. Most advanced vehicles in Hot Wheels history. That's cool. Turn the corner again. Let me show you the Disney cars that they just got in. Massive selection. Also, they do have little cats rolling around. That's always cool to see. I think they have a couple here. And then check out this. This is pretty brand spanking new. They just got these cars in. Just a whole lot of Disney Pixar cars. Show you a unique piece I saw over here. If it's still here, yeah, here we go. The Pope Mobile. Check this out. I do remember this. I believe it's in Cars 2. Yeah, it says right there, Cars 2. But really interesting design. Okay, so let's put that back, and then we are going to go up to the entrance area just to show you that little selection as well. But so much to explore, so much to shop. I recommend bringing a budget. And there's some other toys here as well. It's not just Diecast. Give you a quick overview of everything else they have going on. So that is awesome. Let's head downstairs here and show you the front entrance. Yeah, pretty. It's a little deceiving when you get to the exterior of the building. Once you walk in, it's pretty impressive how large the space actually is. So here we are at the front entrance here. Just give you a quick little overview, being mindful of the other customers and sellers in this room. This is kind of right when you walk in here. Got some loose up here as well. Okay, I'm gonna show you this one over here as well. So again, so many to choose from. We're talking hundreds of thousands. Make sure you bring a budget, bring some trades, like I said before too. They do buy, sell, trade. So if you have something you're looking to get rid of, hey, maybe you don't even have to spend anything. But I'll give you one more quick view of the main room here. Otherwise, we are going to call it there. Once again, I'm Contour Toy Cars. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk soon.